Good morning, everyone. This is Manisha Mishra. I'm the program director at Alabama Possible. And welcome to College and Career Decision Week webinar. Given the world we are living in now, we have to think about innovative ways to do everything, including celebrating our graduate and supporting them with their decisions, whether they want to go to college or go to any kind of skilled trade or go to the military. So this webinar will give you examples of the people have been doing college and career decision day. And we are going to be doing it for a week. And once we go ahead with that, we will. Dr. Connor from Alabama State Department of Education will be speaking. So I'm going to share my screen now. So this is a list of all our sponsors who have diligently supported us in our college access and success endeavors. Some housekeeping rules. This webinar will be recorded and posted on youtube.com/Alabama Possible by the end of the day today or tomorrow. You can submit questions through the webinar using the Q&A feature or the chat feature. As any questions come up, you can always ask those questions in the chat. And at the end of the presentation, we have a question and answer session. This is to follow Cash for College, our social media. Facebook, we have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can follow those for any kind of information that you're looking for. So we have Alabama College Campaign, and Alabama College Campaign is made up of 3 parts. One is Cash for College, one is Alabama College Application Week, and one is Decision Day. The Alabama College Campaign, it is led by the nonprofit Alabama Possible and Alabama State Department of Education, with the goal that every Alabama high school senior complete a college application and free application for federal student aid. The campaign joins the efforts of the Alabama College Application Campaign, Cash for College Campaign, and the Decision Day Campaign. For our purpose, what is College Decision Week? This week celebrates high school graduates who seek education after high school that results in the attainment of valuable post-secondary credentials, including professional / technical credentials and academic degrees. Now, Career Decision Week, this week celebrates high school graduates who have chosen to pursue careers or continuing education in the skilled trades. Now, I would like to hand over to Dr. Violetta Connor to make a presentation. She is with Alabama State Department of Education. Dr. Connor.
Okay, I can't see the screen. Are you showing the screen? Hello?
I've shared the screen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the screen now. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. This is Violetta with the State Department of Education, and screen will come back up in a few minutes.
We can hear you.
Yeah, but I don't have the screen up there. Can you see the screen?
What you can go ahead and open up your PowerPoint.
Okay, I don't have my screen up here. I've seen part of it, but it went out. So can you put it back up, or I'm not sure what this is doing here.
Dr. Connor, you can either look directly off of your slides on your computer or laptop, or we can try to share our screen again. It might be easiest just to go off of your own slides on your
Okay,
laptop.
okay, I could do that, and I'm pulling it up. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about college career and decision week, and my PowerPoint is coming up in a little bit for me. But this year we were changing over some things because we are doing everything virtual. And so with that said, a lot of our ideas that we would normally do from face to face, we're not able to do those this year. But I do want to talk about what is College and Career Decision Week. Can you all hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. Okay, we want to talk about what is College and Career Decision Week, our goals and basic responsibilities, the College Challenge, how to get involved with College Application Week and College Signing Day and Decision Week, and also how to celebrate. Okay, this initiative with College Signing Day, and of course we're changing it to a week because we want to have more time for our students and of course our teachers, our counselors, career coaches, our parents, and other people in our community to give them more time to celebrate. And also our week is the week of May the 11th through the 15th, and also with the national campaign, which is ACAC, we'll have different dates. But originally, May the 1st is College Signing Day. But we changed it to a week, like I said earlier, to make sure that we're able to get more time in. And of course, you can decide when you want your event to happen, since everything is virtual. But this initially started about 6 years ago with our former First Lady, Miss Michelle Obama, with Reach Higher. And that opportunity was to rally around our students to make sure that they receive the support that they need to move forward with life beyond high school. And when we say life beyond high school, that could be college, it could be the military, or it could be some students just being placed on in the workforce. So this movement is to celebrate whatever the student's choice is in deciding what that looks like. So this is an opportunity for our educators, counselors, our parents, and others in our community to encourage our college, our students who are heading to college, those who are going to the armed forces, and also those that are going to the workforce. So this year, we want to look at events that you will be able to do to celebrate your students virtually. The Reach Higher initiative is also a part of that opportunity, which provide encouragement and activating educators, counselors, and other adults to help young people to see college as an option. And when we speak of life beyond high school, those options for college can include traditional four-year school or college, a two-year community college program. It could be an industry-related or recognized training program. But all of these components are focused on four issues or four things: making sure that college is affordable for our students. And we know that everybody may not decide to go to college, and that is okay. But we want them to be prepared should they decide to go to college. Also, we want to expose students to the college environment. We want to encourage them in the academic and summer planning. And we do have a program with the American Institute of Research to do the Summer MEP project, which many of you have already confirmed to participate with your students. And that is an opportunity to prepare those students over the summer by doing the text messaging to help them to show up in the fall, because we do have a high number of students that have decided that they're going to college, but then after they leave high school in May, many of them do not follow through and do not show up at the schools in the fall. And basically the main thing with this initiative with Reach Higher and Better Make Room is to support our counselors and our educators. So how will you celebrate your students? We're going to look at some ways a little bit later and some opportunities that you will have to also share at the end of this section. Better Make Room came forward with a student-facing campaign supporting Reach Higher. Both of those initiatives are tied in together, and it gives young people a space to declare their commitment to their future and to engage with others. Also, it is a peer-to-peer encouragement model. It speaks to students in their language because they're the ones that are making the decisions, and they're also the ones that are doing all the talking. And we're just so unfortunate this year that the coronavirus came apart, and we are dealing with that crisis. So many of our students this year will not be able to have a face-to-face graduation ceremony or even prom, and then some other activities, and then also just celebrating their choice, for example, with college signing day or college decision day. But our purpose here and our aim is to elevate our students to the level of celebrities and say to the world, these young people are about to do something great. And we have to really, really believe that, and we better make room for whatever their choices are. So that's basically what those two initiatives have come together to create a community around higher education and to give everyone, all of our students, a way to participate that resonates with them. And like I said earlier, everybody may not be planning to go to college, but whatever their choice is, we support them in their choices. Also, you will be able to register your school or schools and give a date at bettermakeroom.org. And you may want to go ahead and write that down, bettermakeroom.org. That is where you will go to register your schools. And you'll get a little bit more information about this toward the end. Okay, the goals. The goals of the college signing day or college decision day, which we're using college week. We're taking a week off to do this, is to recognize the hard work of the students who pursue a post-secondary education, whether that be a 2-year school, 4-year, like I said, industry, recognized credential, military, or just the workforce. We want to encourage every high school graduate, and we are encouraging all of our high schools to celebrate College and Career Decision Week with your students virtually in their homes and throughout their community through social media. And we know that some of our students may not have access to computers or may not have internet, but we hopefully will find some unique ways to get in touch or to contact those students. Also, we are encouraging you, every high school, every person, to utilize the toolkit that Reach Higher and Better Make Room has provided, and I'll give you some more information on that. But you could go to the ACAC website and pull up that toolkit, and there are a variety of resources that you could utilize there. And right now, they still have a lot of stuff on there for face-to-face meeting, but there are a lot of really, really good ideas for virtual and social media. But we want to make sure that here in Alabama, we host a successful decision week with our students throughout the state. The basic responsibilities during that week is to host your event with your students in their homes and also in their communities. Also, there's a grant that, that you can apply for to host your college decision week, and I'll give you more information about that. And also to share details of your event with Reach Higher and Better Make Room team. And that information is also on the ACAC website. Please remember that our mission here at the State Department of Education is every child a graduate and every child or every student college, and career ready. That means that when our students receive their high school diploma, they will be ready for the workforce, military, college, and whatever other opportunities that are available for our students, but they should be ready for college and careers. We all know that the College Challenge states that education after high school is a critical part of a successful future. You can no longer just get a high school diploma, and many of our students will, like we said, they'll be college and career ready, but many of the opportunities beyond high school will require who do not receive a high school diploma. Also, we know that an education is worth way more than just a higher paycheck. It's the most valuable asset that a person can ever have. And if we think back to our high school years, someone had to help us to get where we are now. So now we're doing that favor for our students. We're looking back and helping them to make intelligent decisions about how they can be successful after high school. So many young people today aren't choosing to pursue a higher education, and that's okay. But it is our decision and our choice as teachers, high school students. Also, we want to create a framework for young people to commit to higher education. And during this time when we're celebrating College Decision Week, we want them to share their stories. But this year, most of those stories will be shared during social media outlets. And also, we want to inspire others to reach higher. How can you get involved? Like I told you earlier, you can host a virtual college and career week or decision week event with your students. And also you could go to bettermakeroom.org. There's a toolkit that is there, and I'm encouraging all of you all, and I will send that out in the email as well after this, this webinar, to download the toolkit to get some really okay. Okay, how to celebrate. Now, this is where all the excitement comes in. You could use many of these ideas as you like, or you may have some others that you would like to share at the end of this webinar. Getting your students involved and excited is the most important part of the decision week. And there are some interesting ways here, just like we did with College Application Week, also with the Cash for College. We want to help our students, our seniors, to decorate their mailboxes. This is at their homes, their doors, or they could decorate their windows at their homes. And it's just a matter of them putting a sign in their yard saying Senior 2020, or they could have their name, they could have pictures, whatever they would like on the sign posted outside their doors, or in their yards, windows, or mailboxes. And this is to indicate to everyone in the community that you have a senior on your block. And I have counted 2 seniors on my block, so I have already started getting cards and different items to share with them during that week, and I'll share a few of those with you in a few minutes. Also, you want to treat this as a pep rally. And I know that we're not at our schools, But these pep rallies can also be virtual. You can have your students to send in pictures that you could share on social media, or they could share on social media during that week, indicating that they are a senior and they are a graduate, a 2020 graduate. Ask your students to wear a t-shirt from their school of choice and post that on social media. Invite people from your community to celebrate your student success and also to post that on social media. We want everything to be posted virtually. Everything will be virtually. We do want you to post on social media and share your students' stories and also share the excitement. Also, we want you to have people in the community to place cards in seniors and graduates' mailboxes. And the cards don't have to be anything very expensive, but it's always good with everybody being at home and also, we're asking you to design a commit to my future. Commit to my future. Pledge and to send to students this could be your lower level students, your underclassmen, your juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, or even your middle school, because we want to get everybody involved, even though we are focusing on our seniors at this particular time. But many of you that are at the middle school or elementary school, this would be a good opportunity for you to communicate and also share with your underclassmen information about college, careers, and then life after high school. Also, you may coordinate a virtual college field trip, which would be really, really important while your students are home and cannot go to school right now. And I know they miss all their friends and everyone, and of course they miss you. We want them to do a virtual field trip where they can actually visit colleges online. And that is a very, very good way for them to learn more about colleges and universities. And they could do colleges and university here in Alabama, or you could have them to research colleges out of state. Also, have your students to host a family college night. And that means that they'll be celebrating in their homes with their families. Normally they would be celebrating at school with you all. And of course, I visited several college, high schools where colleges and universities came out to celebrate college signing day or college signing night. But this time they will celebrate with their families at their homes, and then have your students to post their pictures and their family pictures on social media. And I think that would be really, really exciting. Okay. Also, some other ideas is to take pictures of students in their cap and gowns. And I've been looking at a lot of posters already where a lot of students have posted pictures, our seniors or our graduates in their cap and gown with signs of what they would want to be when they grow up. And you can also use your underclassmen, students in middle school, to talk about what they would like to do when they get to high school or when they graduate from high school. So these are still activities for our seniors. We're focusing on our seniors, but we still can include our undergraduate, our middle school and elementary school students. Have students to research colleges that they're interested in, and this could be done at the middle school level. And then they can also write about colleges that they are interested in or colleges that they would like to visit. Also, this would be in your schools. You could design a bulletin board with school and staff photos. Students love to see pictures of their teachers, their counselors, career coaches, their administrators, and where they attend the college. And also, we're encouraging you all during this time to host the door decorating contest. If you have your doors, windows, or mailboxes decorated at your homes, we ask you to also to share that on social media. And also we're encouraging you to wear your college t-shirts during that week, or a college of your choice. Each day you can wear a different shirt, and you can post that on social media. Send congratulation notes to your seniors, like we said earlier. Prepare a senior PowerPoint. And with the seniors PowerPoint, you would just time for you to share with your students. And then one other idea is to have a senior roll call. And with the senior roll call, you could do this over the radio. You could do radio spots where you can have a radio station to list a roll call of your students. Or like I said, with the PowerPoint, you can have those student names listed or their pictures of each one of your seniors, and then indicate on there where those seniors are planning to go to college. If they're going to the military, you can have them to have the college gear on, or if they're planning to go to the military, all of these are really good ideas that you can share with your students and to have them to celebrate in their communities. Okay, these are the dates for Better Make Room to celebrate College Signing Day or College Decision Day or week. They will be celebrating the entire month of May and on into June the 1st. So we were asking you to post to social media May the 1st, May the 15th. Remember, Alabama College Decision Week is May the 11th through the 15th. You can post on the 15th. Also, Better Make Room dates to celebrate, May the 30th, and then also June the 1st. And please remember, we're celebrating the entire month of May, even though we just set aside for the month of May, the week of the 11th through the 15th for Alabama College Decision Week. So please remember that, and also use the hashtag College Signing Day, and also for hashtag Better Make Room. And then of course the hashtag for Alabama is Alabama Goes to College. Hashtag Alabama Goes to College. That's the hashtag that we use for our social media here in Alabama. So I do want to encourage you to share your photos and other ideas on social media. And these are a few ideas that I have used and printed out these templates, and you're welcome to utilize these. Just sending a note to your class of 20,020 and put a nice little note on there. This one here, I just wrote on there, on your graduation, the rewards of success come not to those who wish for it, but to those who work for it. Asking God to bless you with a rewarding future as you follow his leading and achieve your dreams. And then I got the Bible verse there, Proverbs 16:3. Commit your work to the Lord, and he will guide your plans will be established. Okay, another one was just like a picture frame where you could actually put the student picture in there or their name and say congratulations, a picture of the student or the student name, and then class of 2020. So these are just some little templates here that you could use. And I basically just went online and copied those and then just put the wording in there, or you could put the student name. Okay, another one with the graduation frame, congratulations graduate, and you can put a picture or the student's name. We wish you the best in your future endeavors, class of 2020, and you may want to put your name in there as well. But these are just inexpensive ways that you could do that. Another one, we wish you the best in your future endeavors, and it just have a graduation frame border there. And this was another one. I kind of like this. It's real cute. It says, look out world, here we come, the class of 2020. So that may be something that you want to send out to all of your students through email, or if you want to do it on social media. You're ready. So that is a good one that you could send out for your students, because remember, our mission here in Alabama is to prepare every graduate college and career ready. And here the student said, I am ready for the workforce. If you have a student that's going to the workforce, if you have a student going to the college, you can put college on there, and then also career ready if the student is undecided. So we just want to have something for everybody. And this is just another little thing here for the graduate that you can send out to them. And it pretty much just gives you an indication of what each letter of a graduate stands for. G, good fortune awaiting with you. R, relationships built on love and caring. A, adventures that beckon you. That you'll be proud to make. T, to trust in yourself to make good choices. And then also, E, energy enough to fulfill your lifelong goals. So these are just some little ideas that you can, simple things that you could put on your computer or even on your social media, just to send out on a daily basis or once a week or something to your seniors or your graduates. Another one, congratulations 2020 graduates. All the places you will go, and you can indicate that they're going to college, armed forces, and then also the workforce. Okay, these are some pictures of cards that I actually have. And these cards and little cute ideas or can be purchased at everything $1. And they are really cute little cards. And these are items that you could actually place in your graduates' mailboxes, or you can mail them out. And these cards are really, you get them 2 for $1. And then the other little sayings where it says class of 2020 and congrats grad, those are $1 a piece. And they have a whole lot of things in there. These are just a few of the things that I'm sharing today, but you could take $20 or less, and you could pretty much just kind of build up on cards, and depending on number of students that you have that you're trying to send items to. Also, I utilize some of these items for a graduate or a senior toolkit or survivor kit, and I put the various items in there, and I can share that with you if any of you are interested in that. But it will have different items that you could put in there for your seniors. Okay, how your event can be funded. We talked a little bit earlier about the grants with Better Make Room and To Reach Higher. They usually give out about 200 grants, and I'm not sure how limited they are this year because of the crisis, the corona epidemic, pandemic rather, that we're having. But they do have some criteria here for that. And the $500 can be used to buy supplies from over a list of about 20 vendors, and all of that is listed on that site. And to be in the running to receive the money, the following steps must be followed. You must register, so go to bettermakeroom.org to register for the grants. Then also go to www.donorschoice.org, and it could be teachers, counselors, career coaches, anyone from your school can apply for these grants for your school. And you'll create a school counselor or a teacher account, and then you will create a project of how you, what materials you will need for your college signing day, and in our case, college signing week or college decision week. And then once your project has been screened by donorschoice.org, that team, they will notify you. So please go to bettermakeroom.org or www.donorschoice.org/teachers to fill out the information to apply for the grant. So the money is available, and I'm not sure, like I said, we've had several schools here in Alabama that have received the $500 grant, and I'll show you some pictures from those in a little bit in the slides. So I do want to encourage you all to apply for the grant. Who should be involved? Everyone should be involved. That means parents, teachers, counselors, career coaches, administrators, your passionate faculty, everybody at your school. And I know we're a little bit limited because we'll be doing everything virtual this year, but all of those people can have contact with your graduates. And then also your students, because they know how to best inspire and encourage and engage their peers. Your local elected officials, the mayor of your particular city or town, city councilmen, councilwomen. Also, you have your state representatives, celebrities, or people of influence. And it's always good to call on someone that is well known in your community to highlight your seniors. And this could be on radio, it could be television, social media, your local media, broadcasters, reporters from your newspaper. All of these people have a big influence on our students, and we all need to celebrate and encourage our graduates. And also at bettermakeroom.org, there are some templates that you could use to send out, just like we use with College Application Week. So a lot of this is just a repeat. With College Application Week, we were getting the students to apply to college, and now we are celebrating their decisions to actually go to college, and we want to make sure that they know that we're here for them and that we support their efforts. Okay, when should you celebrate? Of course, we can celebrate the entire month of May, but our week here in Alabama, Alabama Decision Week, this year is May the 11th through the 15th, 2020. And please make sure that you look at your calendars and you look at what is more feasible. You may not be able to celebrate every day of that week, or you may not be able to do anything that particular week. But sometime during the month of May, make sure that you do something special with your students. And it could just be making a phone call, calling them to congratulate them, and those type of things. So whatever is best for you and whatever time is best for you, we do want to make sure that you do celebrate with your students. Also, where should you host your event? Like I said, this year, because everybody have to do the social distance, we have to do everything social media, your school website posting, your Facebook page at your school. Also, you could do Twitter, Instagram, your local radio stations. You could do shout outs, your television stations, and also in your community, like I said earlier, you could do the postcards, you could do the little congratulatory cards to your students or other students in your community. So the main thing is that you do celebrate. These are just some highlights from the college application campaign and also the college signing day. Remember, with College Application Week, this is where you actually went in and had your students to apply to college. And like I said, many of your students may not be going to college, so we don't want to just single out just college students, but we're celebrating all of our students. And then also college signing day events that happened last year. And remember, most of this is face-to-face, but we just talked about some things that you could do on social media. And actually, this picture here are some students at Ramsey High School in Birmingham, Alabama, and they received one of the $500 grants. And these are some of the activities that they did with their students. And you'll notice all of the students here do have their t-shirts. And we are encouraging them also to wear t-shirts this year, but because we have to do the social distancing, they would probably be posting from their homes or in their cars. And I also want to make sure that students can decorate their cars. Many of them will have senior 2000. They were one of the schools that received one of the grants for hosting a college signing day. And these were a few pictures from the college application campaign. And you'll notice there in the middle, our Governor Ivey over at Alabama State, encouraging students that had visited Alabama State during college application week. And we have some other pictures here. Up in the far right corner, you'll notice that a lot of those students have their military left that are celebrating college application campaign. And likewise, you could do some of the same things with college signing day. And at the top left corner, those students were the class of 2018, class of 2019 at Southside High School here in Selma, Alabama. And that was during their college signing day and senior awards day ceremony. Okay, on the next pictures, there are some, these are some highlights from G.W. Carver High School in Montgomery, where they were visiting Alabama State over there at the Don Oliver Acrodome. Oakland High School, where we have a senior. And this is the counselor with Miss Dana Gray, where a student was signing off on those posters that we did. I applied to college posting. You can also utilize posters and other gestures like that with your students for college signing day. And then also for Cash for College week, which will be the week coming up right before decision week. And remember, Cash for College week is the week of the 4th through the 8th. And that is the week that we will be encouraging our students to complete their FAFSA applications so that they could get the money that they need or deserve or are eligible for to attend college. So we want to make sure that we tie all of this in together. Remember, with College Application Week, we're getting them to apply to college. Cash for College, that is the financial aid part, where they actually go in and complete the FAFSA to make sure that they get everything that they need to pay for college. That is the finance part. And then with College Decision Week, we're encouraging them to celebrate all of their accomplishments. Hopefully that they've already gotten through completing their FAFSA, applying. Okay, these were just some examples that I used from the webinar, Reaching Higher in Middle School, some ideas that you could use for student participation, preparing a word wall. Middle school is a good opportunity to start preparing our students for the high school section, talking to them about the financial aid part, also what is expected, what is needed as far as courses, what grades, talking about what a degree is, a 2-year program, a 4-year. So the college wall and the word wall helps them to understand better what to expect when they get to high school. Also, college t-shirt day, you can have your middle school students, elementary school students as well, to do the college t-shirts. That would be the favorite t-shirts of their choice. And then also they mentioned about a Google virtual visit. And we talked a little bit about that earlier, about them doing the virtual college tours, learning about a particular college here in the state of Alabama. You can have them to research a 2-year school, a 4-year school. Also have them to find out information about the military, and then just doing career choices, because we know at the 8th grade level, They are beginning to do the CUDA assessments, which most of our students are required to do to begin their 4-year plans. So this is a good opportunity to talk to them about the various careers, what is required, what are some things you like to do, for example, with their interest assessment, and talking to them about work value and college and life after high school. So these are just a few ideas here. If you were doing face-to-face, you could do morning announcements. And also, it's always good to have former students at the high school to come back to your middle school or elementary school and talk to your students about their high school experience, because these students can best tell the story, even though we talk to them all the time and we spread the message, but them hearing it from their peers is a really, really good experience, them hearing it from someone else that they admire and their mentors. So these are just a few of the ideas that you could do at the middle school. Okay, some other templates here that, and I'll just pull these up. Goodbye to high school, hello to college, military, and workforce. And these are just some little ideas and the notes that you can send to your students. And you can switch this up if you're doing it to your, for your middle schools, they could be planning to go to high school. And you could say hello to high school because they're going from 8th grade to 9th grade. And these are my choices. This is my future, college and career ready. And you could just kind of switch the wording up to say whatever you would like. But our main goal here is to get them to graduation and through their high school years. Also, class of 2020, that's the class that is graduating right now. But you can also do this for your class of 2021, 2022, 2023. And that's to motivate our underclassmen to say, okay, even though I'm 2 or 3 years out, this is a good opportunity to hear from somebody that I would be a member of the class, future class of 2021. And it seems like it's a long ways away, but it's just a year. Just think around this time next year, those students will be planning for what their choices would be for life after high school. 2020 strong, or you could do 2021 strong if you're going to send it out to your juniors. You know, 2022, 2023, and you could go on down just to encourage your students that you're thinking about them and you're hoping that they are thinking about their future and the many opportunities that are available to them. And this is just a picture of a student that went on to do the program, the passage program at the University of South Alabama. And you could see that he was so excited. And I love this, the little video that came with it, and it was a write-up. He said, I made it. A student with Down syndrome learns he's accepted to college. So just like this student, we have opportunities for every child. So please know that even with many of our special needs students, that there are programs available to them. And also there are opportunities out there to meet the requirements for those students. So in this particular write-up, this guy named is Keith Griffith. He will take classes that will be focused on building independence and developing work and social skills. So like I said, there is something for everybody, and we want to make sure that we encourage every student to do their best, whatever their situation is. And these are some pictures from former events. The picture in the middle at the top was our convening last year. Of course, this year we will have to do a virtual convening the first week of May, and that is with all of our college application coordinators. And these are representatives from every state in the United States. And I think we had maybe 46 that was present at the convening last year. But we really enjoyed the events, and you'll notice that all of us have our college First Lady Michelle Obama, who is responsible for the college signing, college decision day initiative. And she's showing all the different ways that you can communicate on social media with the Facebook, the Twitter, the chat, YouTube, um, and so forth. The other pictures on there was a college and career activity that we had with my sorority back in the fall. And we're highlighting our particular school. I'm a graduate of Knoxville College. And you notice that I have a college t-shirt hanging back there. But we invited students from the local community, all of the high schools, and these were students so these are just a few of the things that we did there. Okay, and on the far left over here, the college t-shirt day, my college journey, that's something that you could do with your students, have you to talk about your particular college situation, tell them about what school you went to. I went to such and such school because, and give the reason. My favorite college experience was, and share that with your students. The hardest thing about college for you, share that with your students because they really need to know, and sharing your experience with college and your college journey will help a lot of them, especially if you have students that are planning to attend a particular school that you are a graduate or you know someone that did graduate from that school. And then of course we have the door decorating information there. On my college, on my door at work, I have information about all the different colleges in the state of Alabama, even our two-year schools, institutions, about what is required for the ACT students applying for scholarships, what the grade point average is. So I have that on there, and then it just talks about promoting a college-going culture. So all of these are really, really good ideas that you can share with your students, and it would mean so, so much to them. Remember, think back when you were in high school, what really, really motivated you about your mentor or the person that encouraged whether you're in the military, whatever your career choice was, please share that with your students. And that kind of helps them to answer questions that they may have about their particular career choice. Okay, we're almost finished here, and we're just encouraging you to promote a college-going culture. Also, everybody remember, may not be attending or plan to go to college, but whatever their career choices are, out there. Okay, we're getting down to the end. Every child, college and career ready, and this is just a little symbol here, encouraging college-bound students. Now we will address any questions or answers to any questions that you may have.
At this time, I would like to invite my colleague, May Whiting from Alabama Possible. She has been keeping up with the questions on chat and Q&A. So May, if you will please go ahead and ask the questions.
Hi, everyone. This is May. Thank you so much for joining our webinar. Our most frequent question was whether we were going to be sending out these slides, and we'll be making sure you get these resources through a couple different channels. First, we'll send a follow-up email after the webinar that will include a link to the slides so that you can access all of the resources inside of the slides. Next, if you are registered for our Alabama College campaign, then you're probably receiving our weekly Cash for College emails that come out every Wednesday. We'll make sure to reference this webinar in that weekly email so that you can get a link to Alabama Possible's YouTube, which will have a recording of this webinar. And then you'll also get a link to the slides so that, again, you can access all the resources in the webinar. And then I'd like to plug one more way to access more resources, which is on our blog. You can find that at alabamapossible.org/blog. We have 2 ongoing blogs related to COVID-19, one specifically dedicated to educators and counselors, and one dedicated to students and families. We post all of our webinar recordings on both of those blog pages, so feel free to reference the blogs as another resource. We're also updating the blogs daily with other resources such as articles and toolkits and things like that. So definitely keep that bookmarked. So let me pull up our other questions we received. We got a note that the college decision week for Alabama will be around the same time as some of the AP exams that will be taking place at home. And so I just want to mention the really great part of this celebration being virtual is that you can kind of tailor it to whatever schedule you think will work best for your students and families. And so this doesn't necessarily have to be a one-time event at a certain day and time. It can be an ongoing celebration. Dr. Connor mentioned a lot of great things that you can do, like encouraging students to post photos of their t-shirts of where they've decided to enroll, things like that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a one-time event because we know it's really hard to schedule during these times. So it can just be an ongoing celebration and you can customize that however you like. Another question that we got, and I'm hoping Dr. Connor can maybe answer this, we got a question asking how schools might handle students whose four-year plans haven't necessarily been completed yet, which I'm assuming might put a hold on their graduation potentially, and then maybe their decisions post-graduation. Dr. Connor, could you answer that?
I think we might have lost her again.
So we do understand that things are pretty up in the air right now, and we know districts are working with their schools to figure out plans for graduation and what that might look like. So that might look different for every district. Unfortunately, I don't have an exact answer for that, but I would just encourage you to encourage your students to cross the finish line. And I know it's a little bit uncertain right now. But
Hey,
that's the, go
May, will
ahead.
you mind repeating the question again? Because I got Dr. Connor on my phone. She lost connection.
Oh,
She's on my phone on speakerphone.
yeah, it's how schools might handle students who haven't necessarily completed their four-year plans for this year. So I'm assuming that might impact graduation or.
Okay. All of the four-year plans have been put on hold, and we will give all of the high schools further information as it becomes available. But right now, all of the four-year plans have been put on hold. So don't even worry about four-year plans at this point. We will be sending out some information on that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So many of you were asking about, again, some of the resources referenced in the slide. So there are those campaigns that we mentioned that you'll definitely have access to once we get you the slides. And they have great things like the toolkit that Dr. Connor mentioned. But those were all of our questions, unless anyone.
Go to betternetroom.org. There is a resource kit there for the college signing and decision days. And then also at ACAC with the American College Application Campaign, they have resources there for all of the campaigns, for the college application campaign and also for college signing day. And then there are other resources on there for all levels, for middle school, elementary school, and also high schools. And we will have a follow-up seminar later in the spring, later in the summer for the college application campaign. Remember, we're combining all three campaigns, and we talked about that a little bit earlier, with the Cash for College, the college application campaign, and also college signing day.
Perfect, yes. Those were all of the questions I've received. If anyone else has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat or the Q&A right now.
And I wanted to thank all of them for their participation, and also just being patient with us about everything, because we know this crisis, we won't be able to see our students, but we still want to be there and give them every opportunity. There are some other webinars that I will be sending out information with, of course, with you all as well. That's coming up with different campaigns and other chat rooms and Twitter chats and that kind of thing. And just please make sure that they are on the list. If they're not on there, they can send me the information, and I can add them to my list that I have. And of course, all of them, I hope, do have my my email address, which is wconnor, and it probably showed on the screen. I couldn't hear anything, but I'm sure they could see the screen. And then also, I still check emails, and then also I receive phone calls with my 334-694-4764 number. So all of my numbers and phone calls are forwarded to my cell phone. So please feel free to call one of us, and we will be more than happy to work with them. And I will be sending out the certificates for the college application campaign. I still have a few schools that had not reported their data, so we extended that. And I'm hoping that we'll continue to get those reports in, the data for some of our high schools that had not sent their reports in for college application week, so they could still go in and do those.
Any other questions, May? Are we good?
That looks like all. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So at this point, I would first like to thank our panelist, Dr. Connor. Thank you very much for all the information you've provided. And we appreciate your taking time out for this webinar. And I would like to thank all the participants who took time out to hear of the innovative ways we can celebrate our graduates. And like my colleague May mentioned before, that we will put the webinar on YouTube, and we will email all of you the slides too, so you can look through it and use whichever resource best suits you. And at this point, I would like to say that we will be hosting another webinar next week, which will be on Cash for College Week. We are doing a promotion for FAFSA completion, and the webinar will be next week. So we would love for you to be there. So thank you, and have a great day.
Thank you. We appreciate everything.